Two of the most loved publishing platforms go head-to-head today, WordPress.com and Ghost. Which one really delivers? On one side, we have WordPress.com, a household name trusted by millions. On the other, Ghost the modern, minimalist contender focused on creators. We're putting both platforms through their paces: performance, customization, pricing, ease of use, support, and more. Let's skip the marketing speak and get to what actually matters for you. Each round scores points, and at the end, you'll know exactly who comes out on top. The winner might just surprise you. Let's get into it. So here's our mind map. We're breaking things down by price, performance, design and themes, customization and plugins, the actual publishing experience, ecosystem and community, plus security and control. Kind of a lot, right? But trust me, seeing it laid out like this makes a ton of difference. Alright, first up, price. WordPress.com does have a free plan and some pretty reasonable personal options. You might get started without spending a dime. But, honestly, as soon as you want custom features, the upsells pop up fast. By the time you're in business territory, costs can really add up. Now, Ghost, this is refreshing, super transparent pricing, no forced upsells, none of that sneaky fine print. And here's something cool. If you're up for self-hosting, Ghost's core is actually free. The only catch, their hosted solution is pricier than entry-level WordPress, but at least you know exactly what you're paying for. So yeah, Ghost comes out on top here for me. Performance. WordPress.com is pretty robust. Like, it just works, updates happen in the background, and you don't have to stress about traffic spikes. But honestly, it can get a little weighed down with too many plugins. Ghost, on the other hand, was literally built for speed like. It's lightning fast for publishing, super lean, and nails SEO out of the box. The trade-off? Not quite as many integrations, so if that's your thing, just keep it in mind. But still, Ghost takes the win for performance. It's hard to argue with how streamlined it feels. Alright, let's talk design and themes. WordPress.com is the absolute king of theme options. Seriously, thousands of themes, all sorts of layouts. And the block editor is actually kind of fun once you get the hang of it. Plugins let you change pretty much anything. But sometimes, honestly, the designs can feel a little generic, unless you want to get creative. Ghost, by comparison, has these super modern themes. Clean, crisp, and just look really good out of the box. Plus, memberships are actually baked in. But yeah, you don't get nearly as many theme options as WordPress, so if you love fiddling with design, you may feel a little boxed in. For sheer variety and flexibility, WordPress.com keeps the crown here. Oh, and here's a fun fact for you. Did you know Ghost was actually built back in 2013 by a team that included ex-WordPress devs? Kind of wild, right? It's like a spin-off with a mission. On to customization and plugins. Okay, this is basically WordPress.com's Flex over 54,000 plugins, and you do not need to be a coder to use most of them. Just click and play, honestly. But you know what? Sometimes plugins don't play nice together, so keep an eye out for conflicts. Ghost is much more streamlined, native integrations for newsletters, works well with Zapier, and their APIs are genuinely solid. The catch, it's nowhere near as extensive as WordPress, and if you want more pro-level features, you might need the paid or self-hosted tier. In terms of pure customization, you might need the paid or self-hosted tier. In terms of pure customization, WordPress.com's Flex over 54,000. Now, publishing experience. This is where it gets interesting. WordPress.com has an easy-to-use visual editor, handles multi-author blogs without a fuss. The only thing that bugs me, media organization, is still a bit clunky. Ghost, though. Oh, the editor is beautiful. Seriously, they focused on making writing feel amazing, and if you're into paid newsletters or subscriptions, it's all built right in. The only downside, kind of basic image tools. So if you're a content-first person, Ghost is just smooth. Winner here? Ghost. What about the ecosystem and community side? WordPress.com just runs away with this one biggest CMS community on earth, endless tutorials, forums, you're never going to run out of help. Downside? It's so huge, sometimes there's too much noise or outdated plugins floating around. Ghost is growing, has frequent updates, and it's open source, but the user base is way smaller. So yeah, if you like being part of a crowd, WordPress.com definitely wins. Right? Last up, security and control. If you're on WordPress.com, most updates and backups are handled for you, which is great. But this is important. The more plugins you install, the more risk you're kind of asking for. Ghost keeps things super simple at the core, fewer vulnerabilities, and on self-hosted, you totally own your content. The catch is, you have to manage updates yourself. Still, less complexity means fewer headaches. Idling Ghost for security and ownership. Let's pause and look at that radar chart. Seeing the categories side by side just makes things click. A couple of clear strengths for each, and you can really see where your priorities might land. So what do I really think? If you want maximum flexibility, a wild number of plugins, and you love being part of a huge ecosystem, WordPress.com is still the one to beat. But if publishing and content are your main game, you crave speed, love the idea of built-in newsletters, and want a no-distraction writing zone, Ghost is just so good. For most creators focused on pure publishing power, I gotta say, Ghost edges it out. If you found this comparison helpful, hit that subscribe, because there's a lot more where this came from. I'll catch you in the next deep dive.